Hey everyone, Kane here, and in this video I'm gonna do what a couple of people asked me and more or less talk about the hero mastery, what you can do, what you should use, and stuff like that. Now, the main thing in terms of the hero mastery is that it's different for every player, different for every race in some extent, and majority of the time the only ones which you should copy from other people are like the arcane and also the rage, meaning the protective, the divine, the command are strictly based on your formation, your hero placements, the heroes that you even use. Because for example, if I don't have particular artifacts level, perhaps I don't have particular equipment and etc., I may not be able to feel particular heroes or as much as those heroes like gladiators. Some of my buffs go towards very different heroes in general. Some of you might find it ridiculous, some of you may find it not good or whatever, but it is kind of again based on the formation that I have and use. So first things first, we're gonna touch on the rage bracket. So in rage, basically we have attack percentages, we have might stats. So the way that I usually upgrade is, does the I suppose circle affect my entire field or my entire heroes? Yes, then I select it. So for example, this might adds a little bit of damage on like literally all heroes. I suppose even mages, like some physical damage proc from the attack or whatever. I'm not sure on the scaling and stuff like that, but I think even might adds like critical rate. I think it even says it in the stats, so I just always focus stuff which will upgrade all of them. So might, attack percent, then we have physical damage, which mainly covers like physical heroes, and then I have crit hit damage for all heroes. Since I don't have a lot of physical heroes, I don't really need this one right here. So then further on, attack percent, then crit rate of all heroes. Then further on, I have physical damage again, and then I have might of all heroes. And then further on, since I have already unlocked all the skills, I can just select the, I suppose, physical damage, can select the attack percent, and also do some attack speed as well. So in terms of the hero select placement, basically you have a circle with physical damage and attack speed. So one of the heroes that I'm using in terms of this is, I suppose, Saizo. He does physical damage, he needs attack speed to do more damage. Since I don't really place Nora anywhere here, I might as well place Nora here. The reason why I don't have Nora in range plus and whatever is because Valerie in my own formation performs majority of the damage, majority of the snipes, majority of the clearing in terms of frontline, sometimes backline. So I want to increase her range and I want to increase her damage, and this is actually one of the better builds in terms of Valerie, because it also makes her kind of safe. Then moving further, we have this, but likely I'm not even using Basric. I think I'm not sure, I'm gonna have to double check. I'm not really using Basric, so I might as well move this to something else. Though I'm not sure which hero really benefits from that. Then in terms of this circle, I have Rufio. So my Rufio is mainly here to do damage with both the spin, maybe kill the dragon, sometimes focus on archers. On the burst side, if I face enemy heroes, sometimes kill the heroes. And I do believe the might as well as the penetration effect does indeed help out in the way that I have built him. Though do keep in mind that my Rufio is level 65, so this kind of increases his DPS potential and can be one of the main reasons why he kind of kills things. And then of course Rage 10, I have Tysifin with attack and attack speed for each stack. She stacks this up very quickly, She has like 18 million attack in general, a decent amount of attack speed, so this just makes her like a friggin' I don't know, like glass cannon, like whatever the hell you want to call it, and she's firing at such an incredible speed. It's just insane, especially her dragons as well. And then we have Arcane. Literally the same exact thing what I mentioned in the Rage. I pick up everything that will buff majority of the heroes. Then of course, since main damage source on my own field are the mages, I do have these penetration effects. And then of course I have some accuracy as well, and then I have attack speed. Now in terms of the circles, Tysifin with magic damage and attack speed again. Then I have Rufio with the active ability cooldowns decreased. This kind of makes it so you can easily spin a couple of times and heal the Rufio so he doesn't get like one-shotted in the backline and killed instantly or whatever. Doesn't happen always, but majority of the time, if you would wait more than like a couple of seconds, he can just get focused and die without doing anything. So having something like this can actually help out. Then at this, I usually had Ophidia, but Ophidia didn't really do that much for me. So I decided to test out Arian right now to increase the magic damage of him. And essentially this usually puts my Arian at about top 4 DPS. Not always, but majority of the time. Sometimes he's even top 1 DPS carrying the battles. It just depends on the strength of the opponent that I'm facing, because Arian for me is like a buffer slash debuffer, and this sort of does affect quite a lot on my field. So just in case if people want to see what I'm talking about and what I'm I suppose using, I have literally Drake set on him, Dragon set as well, 5-star Mystic Scepter, and of course tier 9 Devastating Strike. So he's buffer slash debuffer, but also built as like a sort of a DPS with like 15 million attack. The way I have built him is not just solely for like doing the damage. I have level 10 Tainted Blood. He spreads this thing rather quite quickly, increasing magic damage to the inflicted units. Then he has Corruption, doing magical damage every few seconds. Do keep in mind this magical damage is scaled with this attack value. And then you have the Blood Depth, which increases more magic damage, and then sort of like I suppose a revival, a heal or whatever. The majority of the time, Valerie and Avril literally like bodies most of the stuff in front of Arian, so he's not gonna do a lot of damage. Whatever you build, whatever you do, that's how Arian is. So if you have a build like mine based on like buffing, debuffing, don't expect him to do damage majority of the time, but he can be a pretty decent last hitter, a debuffer, and making your mages do a decent amount of damage. So on Arcanade, I have Avril. So to showcase my Avril again, what I'm kind of talking about is she's pretty friggin' overpowered. So I have 430 magic, I have like 13.5 million attack. Abilities, I base it off mainly just casting Blizzard a couple of times, and then I usually leave her be and cast other abilities until I cast Nova, and then she scales like this particular thing a little bit harder and stronger. Though potential I have at 50, I'm kind of raising Valerie, which is pretty close to I suppose 70. And after that I will be doing majority of the heroes to 25 for hero HP and hero attack until I focus Avril to 70. So again, do keep that in mind, my heroes are friggin' decked out. And then of course I have Valerie with increasing damage for every ultimate cast, and the ultimate can be cast twice. Now for all the other like hero mastery trees, again, I will say this multiple times, it's literally based on the formation, where you're placing the heroes, what heroes you're placing, and what equipment and I suppose artifacts you have on them. Basically, I usually don't show anyone any of these trees. The sole reason is a lot of people can get the wrong idea, and a lot of people can even mess up their own fields, like more so than it would be helpful. That is why I keep this stuff like hidden from other people's eyes, and make it so at least they have this least bit of feature that they should work out themselves by formation forming and stuff like that. Because again, if I would show you and you just copy this and your formation is all over the place without specific buffs, without specific things, and you just select this and then you're gonna say like, I've seen this in the video or whatever, majority of the blame will go on me. And even though I mentioned like 50 times that it's based on formation and how you place your heroes and etc., you would still put the blame on me. So I've seen a lot of stuff like that happen. So again, these three are not going to be shown, but of course the arcane and the rage, you can I suppose see what I'm kind of using and where majority of my damage dealers do kind of lie. So yeah, I suppose that's pretty much it for the video. Yeah, that's pretty much it, what I do with my hero mastery in terms of the formation building. Most of the heroes that do damage are on one side of my field. So let me just quickly pull up the formation so you would also notice what I mean. One moment. Replays. So even like basic this formation, the last one that I had. So my heroes, my burst sites. So as you can see, Arian, Avril, Rufio, Ophidia, Valerie, Tysifin, Nora, all of these DPS are on one side. And then you have like buffers, debuffers, gladiators. Do you see how I place them? They are very close to quite a few other heroes. So you can expect that my variant has something that buffs multiple skeletons. You can expect that my Kitano also has stuff that will buff quite a few of the warriors as well. Same for Belrog, same for Yip, and stuff like that, right? You can expect stuff like that. But again, I'll leave it for you to decide. I'll leave it for you to do the placement, and I'll leave it for you to use which heroes you are actually using on the field. And anyways, that's pretty much it for the video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Hopefully you learned something new. And I do apologize, but again, I cannot show the other three windows, or rather three brackets. Thanks for watching. Do hit that subscribe button if you're not yet subscribed. Take care and stay safe out there.